Hi there, today I'm going to show you guys how to make buffalo cauliflower. It's one of my new favorites. I've just started eating it, so hope you guys enjoy it as well. First, you're going to start with like a medium-sized bowl. It doesn't need to be too big because you're going to be coating the cauliflower in there, so if it's too big it makes it a little bit harder. You're going to start with 3/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and then 3/4 of a cup of milk, or you can use a milk alternative, just on your preferences. Then you're going to stir it together. It's going to come out like a brownish color, and it's going to be like, not lumpy, but like a little lumpy. It only takes a couple minutes. Stirring under pressure is much harder. It should come out this brownish consistency. And then it is very important to use parchment paper. The first time I did it, I didn't, and it made it stick really bad, and it made it burn on the bottom just because of all the sauce and stuff like that. Not a lot, just a little strip, and you'll put that right on a cookie sheet. And then you're just going to start coating. The pieces should be about 1.5 inches or smaller, no bigger, or else you're going to be using a lot of batter on them and you won't get very much. Just make sure to kind of get it all over. It should look like this. And you just continue to repeat that. It just depends on how much you want. I'm only going to do 6 pieces this time, just because it's just for the demonstration, and done a lot of trials, so I've made a lot of cauliflower this week. Once you get towards the bottom, I usually use a spoon just to kind of like scoop it and put it in there, just so it gets everywhere. I personally like the smaller pieces better, just because like if they're bigger and you try to only eat half at a time, it crumbles a little bit, and that frustrates me. You're going to set your oven to 450, let it preheat. It's good to do that during all of this, so that way it's just ready for when you have to throw it in. Last piece. Beautiful. They look a little messy on the pan, but that's okay. So once your oven's done preheating to 450, you're gonna put it in for 10 minutes. After the first 10 minutes, you take it out, flip it, and then you put it in for another 10 minutes. Once you take them out, they will look like this. It's okay that they're like a little bit burnt just towards the bottom. That usually breaks off, so it's okay. After that, once they're done baking, you're gonna start doing the top sauce. This is the good part in my opinion. So you're gonna start with 1/4 cup of buffalo sauce. You can pick any you like. I've even used like a buffalo ranch, and that was super good. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then 1 tablespoon of honey. The honey is a little bit harder to get out. Just gonna scoop that in. Then you're gonna mix it together. This one does have like a way more runny consistency, and at first I definitely thought I did it wrong. but it all makes sense in the end. So when you're finished, it'll look like this. Nice little runny consistency. And then from here you have two options. You can either brush it on or I drizzle it just because I don't have the brush, which I should get soon. And you're gonna put that right onto the cauliflower that looks like this. But since I did this beforehand so I could use it in the demonstration, this is not how you'd bake it. You would do it right on the cookie sheet, but I'll still show you what I do. Just drizzle it over the top. I personally think that it's not that much sauce, but it comes out amazing, so don't worry if you feel like, oh my god, there's not enough on it or anything like that. You just put it right on the top, and then you just throw it right back in the oven for another 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes is up, you let it cool, and you're good to go. It'll come out looking like this. The bottom sometimes will burn a little bit, but you don't really taste it, and I'm still working on it a little bit. But it's super good. I hope you enjoy it.